as well. Joining us now, the Accountability Project co-founder, political strategist, Nomi Kantz. Good to have you with us, and the National Review reporter, Katherine Timpf. Great to have you with us. Let's start with the email. This is, the woman lied, apparently.
Yep.
Anybody going to say that out loud?
Well, let's be fair here. The New York Times article that reported this, it was based on 2 undisclosed sources. So the New York Times reporter hadn't actually looked at the emails, so we don't know for sure. This could just be 2 people from the State Department who've tipped him off, but it's not validated.
You're right. This is so outside the character of the Clintons that I can't even imagine it. I'm
not defending them. I'm just,
I understand.
New York Times should be shamed for that TMZ-style reporting there, definitely. But also we can shame Hillary because this is ridiculous. In the first place, she lied. She's not supposed to be doing this. I sometimes am a little hesitant to send things through Gmail because I don't want people to see them, and be a lot less serious if someone did than a State Department email.
It's sort of staggering to find out, though, irrespective of any of this, that a Secretary of State or previous Secretaries of State or anyone advising her, working for the federal government, that is for us, would be using their private email to conduct government business.
Because it was more convenient, she said, that's no excuse to compromise national security.
I don't buy the excuse, but what I am most frustrated with is that this is a woman who is supposed to be representing the future for the Democratic Party, and she still doesn't understand how emails work. And she still thinks that these arguments are working on Democrats when they're not going to. I mean, she set up this server so that she wouldn't have to go through what she went through under Watergate to avoid subpoena. And that is the big issue.
She did it to absolutely hide the truth from the American people. The American people have a right to know, Mrs. Clinton, period. And especially what our government is. This isn't, forgive me, this is not about, private behavior. Well, I guess that would be, I was trying to. Lewinsky comes back, but again, that was private behavior in a public place.
This puts us all at risk.
Yeah, it does. It's strange how that all works out. Ted Cruz announcing his bid. He becomes the first Republican, the first candidate to declare for 2016. You seem to be the most upset by this, so I'll turn to you.
I think that Ted Cruz is a flashback to the medieval times. This is a man
medieval
times. This is a man who was empowering rapists, essentially, by saying that women should not be able to abort if they've been victims of rape or incest. This is a man who is against the Violence Against Women Act, who doesn't believe in equal pay, yet he somehow got through Princeton and Harvard with a bunch of women. This is a man whose father fought with Castro. Yet he's saying that he's against communism. He is so hypocritical in so many different ways that I think that he's really just trying to appeal to a base for Ted Cruz. He doesn't even get along with his colleagues in the Senate.
Well, I don't think he's a empowers rapists necessarily. I think there's a difference between. I think that's a little bit off to say, but I also think he will never be president, obviously, because his whole strategy is I'm more conservative than you, and you're not conservative enough to be in my club, which is not really the way to win votes necessarily by excluding people.
I wondered this: if he had the guts to step out first. I think he's an extraordinary talker.
I think he is,
I'm told by everyone that he's very smart. I question some of his judgments, but there isn't a politician I haven't questioned their judgment. So that's nothing new. It's going to be interesting to see. He's stolen the march on Rand Paul by 2 weeks. That's pretty smart.
I think he might. The difference between Ted Cruz and the rest of the conservatives in the Tea Party is that he doesn't have this populist streak that the rest of them do. And I think that he might actually be a little foolish in jumping in right away because he doesn't have that.
I don't think so, because if he didn't jump in right away, then he wouldn't get that attention because he doesn't have that base. So now, because he's the first one, he's on Hannity tonight, right? He's the one getting all this attention. He's the one on the headlines of everything right now. And I don't think he would have gotten that kind of attention if he were second or third. Hey, I didn't say it was going to work out one way or another. I said I don't think he can be president. But I think that was a smart move.
I mean, we can just dismiss that 2016 thing. We already know one. How about Jeb Bush? In or out?
In. Absolutely.
There you go. Well, we've got a contest after all.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Katherine. We appreciate it. Good to have you with us.